What is up, Dokkan player? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Blaze, and today we are back with another Dokkan battle video. And today, before we start the video, of course, hopefully you guys are having a very good day today. So today we have here a no item run, the third one for today, and we'll have the other two for tomorrow. So this should be video number, run number 7 here, right? Yeah, this is 7 out of 10 completed. So we have here PEPPY GALS. All right, so my boys, this is the longest run so far for my stream super battle no item run, just because PEPPY GALS, I thought at first was very difficult, just because this stage here is very brutal. You can definitely get this done with Universe 6, but you have to use items. If you don't bring in Brienne, listen, Universe 6 just gets killed here, because I brought Kefla at first. My first one was with double Kefla, and I did not expect Kefla on a double 170 lead to get completely smoked by taking 100k of damage. So I was like, that out the way is just not possible for a no item run. So of course I went here with double Brienne. Now this run here is actually very simple, and after my many tries here, because I got to the last stage very often, but the only problem is that that last stage is very brutal for some reason. Even though it's only 3 characters, all the attacks are just very concentrated on one spot. They're not really spread out evenly. So I decided, you know what, this is actually my 7th attempt doing this here. This first turn actually opened my eyes that having double Brienne on the same rotation, you have 60% damage reduction, which is insane. And honestly, the second rotation with the Kefla and Khalifa, Kefla and Khalifa here, they are good by themselves. Khalifa can automatically dodge when there's a pure Saiyan, and Kefla has a guard ability if there's a Khalifa on rotation. So this was basically like, these guys don't need too much maintenance, because they're actually very self-sufficient in this mode here. So the key in order to do this here with no item runs, or to have an easier time, is to definitely have both Brienne on the same rotation, because you are creating the 60% damage reduction. But on top of that, you also have support, and you can also seal the opponent for 2 turns. So that is your best bet at doing this here. Again, Kefla here, Kefla here. Oh, no, it's not Kefla, it's Kale, sorry. Kale here, my apologies, is just basically very self-sufficient. As long as I have Khalifa on rotation, she's completely fine, and as long as she does not get supered, we are good to go. Right now, she is taking 13k of damage, which is completely fine. But Kale here is still very good, because again, once she gets like at least 4 or 3 super attacks, she can guard very well. So again, this was very brutal. But after like attempt number 7, once I figured out that double Brienne on the same rotation was the key to the no item run, to make it much more easier, because I saw the truths, I was like, oh my god, it's 37 minutes. I feel like my videos to be like 45 minutes. So I was dreading this stage here. I was like, there's no way I want to do the stage, but of course I had to get it done. So again, we have your launch, and we also have your Demon God's Toa. Demon God's Toa actually comes in clutch here, because as I realized it's way too late, I don't have double Brienne on this time per turn here. But again, launch is very good. She can launch multiple super attacks as well as lower the attack. So of course I go for Goku, because Goku is the biggest threat on this turn here. Tien not so much, because we have here a type advantage with launch here. So we do get supered, it's completely fine. We take 85k of damage, but again, that's because also we have the passive from Brienne, so we don't have too much to worry about. So now we have Goku here on a lockdown here. His attack is lowered. And also Tien is going to be stunned as well, sealed as well here. So again, now we have here Demon God's Toa go for Goku, because Goku, out of 2 buncher, Goku has the least amount of HP, so you definitely want to take out Goku as soon as possible. With that in hand here, now we can have your Khalifa just go crazy on Goku. And at this point here, even without Brienne, Kale can now officially guard, take no damage here whatsoever, because we had her defense kind of increase with her super attack. So there we go. So now this was pretty simple. The first stage is very simple, but once you actually have double Brienne on the same rotation, you have nothing to worry about. Because again, Khalifa and Kale are pretty much good to go. They have their dodging, they have their guard ability, they both raise attack and defense. So it's pretty much GG. So of course here, Goku, it should be done this turn, because we have here double super attacks from Kale here, which I actually go for Tien, which is actually pretty shocking, but does not even matter, because again, we still have Brienne here, so Goku can't super either, so no one here can super. It's pretty much GG. And this is it. This is the run. You just keep double injury Brienne, so you'll see her next turn. After we get that type of rotation, the event is actually pretty simple. So yeah, I mean, you could run this with LR Kale and Khalifa. If you don't have Demon Gods Toa, you can of course bring Oceanus. The only problem with Oceanus is that when she's off rotation, not with, I guess, Infri Brienne, she takes way too much damage. Even though she seals, she can stun. If she doesn't stun, she can still seal, but I mean, because there's no damage reduction, or even if you do lower the attack, she takes a ton of damage. So this was actually very shocking. So I mean, I got to the last stage probably like 5 times, and I did post a video on Twitter where I just basically got supered and there's nothing I can do. But with the double injury Brienne, even if I get super, it doesn't matter because we have 60% damage reduction. So pretty smooth, very easy. And of course, now we should take care of Goku this turn with Khalifa. But we actually do take out Goku, so now we're talking just Tien. And now things are good to go. Our HP is below 50% by the way, so that's very good. So now we get the free heal from Demon Gods Toa. And yeah, this was pretty simple. I mean, I didn't have to do it with Demon Gods Toa, but it was just much more easier. If you don't have Demon Gods Toa, you can bring the AGL Toa, because you really just need a unit that's going to lower the attack if you are doing this method, bringing if you are having a double injury Brienne on the same rotation, because again, that's 60% damage reduction, and on top of that, you are going to seal the opponent. So these guys on the next turn, you'll have nothing to worry about, right? So again, this was pretty simple. Again, this strategy definitely worked out for me. As you guys can see, the no item run. What was actually shocking is that it only took me 30 minutes. I mean, it's still very long, but I was expecting at least 40 minutes for this type of run, because already just a normal run, it's actually like 30 minutes as well. So I was like, oh god, this is going to take me forever, right? So again, now we have here our rotation set up. Now having double injury Brienne is fine because they actually only need 2 keys for it to super attack. Launch is a good unit as well because she can also lower attack. So having the opponents Launch and also Demon Gods Toa using as a debuffer and having the opponents seal for 2 turns really was just a recipe for success at this point here, right? So you can see we're taking double figures, and again we have here Launch as well, as we're also going to be debuffing as well. Now I also want to start the turn with double injury Brienne as well, so I can set the pace for Kale and for Khalifa as well. I mean, Khalifa doesn't really need it, but Kale definitely needs it because she can take some damage. She does need to get some like 3-4 super attacks first before she can start tanking as well. So there we go. I mean, this was pretty simple at this point. So I make sure that I go for the victory. I also go for the Dokkan attack as well. There's no point of saving the Dokkan attack for the last stage just because you're just going to refill it anyway. On top of that, if stage 2 I can take them out as soon as possible, the more the better, the less risk of me not getting the no item run. So there we go. We go for Tien. Again, we get the additional super. At this point here, Khalifa actually has a 60% chance to dodge, which is very good. And we actually get, I think we get clipped here, I'm not too sure, but there we go with Kale. Kale is completely fine. I also brought here AGL Khalifa. The reason why we bring AGL Khalifa is because of Yamcha. Yamcha at the very end has so much HP, so I decided to bring Khalifa, but also she has a very good chance of dodging, so that's pretty good as well. And yeah, so now we just keep the same strategy. This animation has to be skipped, because this was torture. Doing this 7 times and seeing the same animation transformation at least 3 times is like it's torture. It's mind torture, right? So there we go. We have Demon Gods Toa, and now Demon Gods Toa does take some damage, but now that we have this double injury Brienne, no one takes damage, and we have 3 cards that can seal here. So again, this is why I like Demon Gods Toa, because she can also seal but also lower attack. So this worked out perfectly. And on top of that, we have a Dokkan attack, so just in case stuff went left, you know, we could at least heal up with the Dokkan attack. So again, now we go for each character. I actually go with Gohan here as the debuffer, just because Vegeta, we do have launch next turn, so he's definitely going to be debuffed by her passive. So now we have the Dokkan attack, which is very good. Again, no one here is taking damage because we have here 60% damage reduction. So this is a trick. You keep double injury Brienne and you just completely take out everyone one by one. You definitely want to go for Krillin. Krillin is basically the one with the least amount of HP. Then it's going to be Gohan, and then it goes by Vegeta. So You also want to keep Vegeta alive as well. The reason why is because it will give that guaranteed dodge for Khalifa. So again, also Kale will be able to do additional supers as well. So you do have to keep that in mind. Whatchamacallit. So here's Int Ribrianne. Again, we're gonna seal up here. I believe Gohan, right? Oh no, we seal up Krillin, which is fine. Now, of course, we're gonna seal up here Vegeta, I believe, right? No, we seal up Gohan. There we go. So now all three characters are sealed, so I don't have to worry about a damn thing next turn. All I have to really worry about is that there's not that many attacks on Kale here. Or, I mean, on launch here, sorry. So, you can see here we're taking no damage whatsoever. And really, that's just the trick. Just keep in Ribrianne here and have the second rotation to stack up defense and attack. And keep lowering the attack of the opponent, right? So, now we have Krillin, so I'm for sure going for Krillin. I'm going to heal up as well with those orbs. Try and build up my Dokkan meter as much as possible. Vegeta is attacking at the back, which is fine. But I actually do target Gohan. The reason why is because Gohan is type advantage against launch, and Vegeta is only type disadvantage against launch here. So we don't have anything to worry about as far as damage, because Vegeta is not going to kill launch here. So that's completely fine. So there we go. We keep going for Krillin. We get the additional super from Khalifa, which is very good. And then, of course, I believe I have Kale here actually go for Gohan, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, let's see here again, those guaranteed dodges. She is just a beast, this character, right? So yeah, I do go for Gohan because of type neutral. And yeah, so basically that is just the strategy. So again, Peppy Gals is very, very hard, but if you use this trick, it's actually very, very easy. It's just too bad it took me on my 7 trying to figure out that actually having double entry ban on the same turn is actually a big, big hack. So again, we are taking 14k, 15k, which is fine. But I mean, next turn, once we do get the additional super attack from Kale, we are going to take double figures. So there we go. We have launch here. Now launch is insane. Look at this. We have crits and we actually get 4 super attacks on camera, which is actually very rare here. So again, Gohan is slowly actually getting demolished here by type disadvantage because of all those crits. And again, launch is just a complete monster. She's just built different. So she's like a mini Vegito, but like almost a little bit better because she can lower attack. But I mean, if she can counter as well, that would have been, oof, insane. So now we get very lucky. All the attacks are in the front, but it doesn't mean anything again because again, we do have here 60% attack lowering. And as well, if we do get below 50%, again, we have Demon God's Toa next turn. We are going to heal up as much as possible with the AGL orbs as well. And we are going to go for Krillin to make sure he is being taken out. If we can take out Krillin this turn, it'll be perfect because now we only have 2 opponents and that's exactly what you want. So again, this was, look at this, double figures by Ribrianne. So now we can seal up Gohan. I think I go for Gohan. I'm not too sure. Let's see here. Do I go for Gohan? No, I go for Vegeta, right. So Gohan's almost done, so I do go for Vegeta because he is the one that attacks the most anyway, so might as well keep going for him. But look at that, double figures. That is just completely GG, right? So again, really, really strong. Now, of course, we go again for Vegeta. I guess that's a misplay. I should have went for the other characters, but I guess that was a misplay there. So we do go for Krillin, which is fine. And of course, here we have Khalifa, who has a 50% chance to dodge. But of course, we take double figures anyway. And now this is basically where we take over. So now it's just rinse and repeat. We are going to go for Krillin because Krillin is almost done. And then Vegeta is attack lowered. Or, sorry, he is sealed. So I am going to go for Gohan with Demon God's Toa, if I remember this. Alright, so there we go. And then I go for, yeah, I go for Gohan because he's not yet sealed. So we should be okay against Vegeta. We might take a little bit of damage, but it's only 1 attack at the back with Vegeta, so it's fine. So there we go. Krillin by now should be done, especially if we get a double super attack. Alright, so there we go. And then 1 more super attack. With a, oh, no super attack. Okay. That's unfortunate. Oh, but we do get super, but I mean, this is going to be a dodge anyway, so pretty good. And then, yeah, so now Krillin is being taken out by Kale, actually. I thought Khalifa would actually take her out, but it's actually Kale. So there we go, 1.5. Again, also, as well, Kale is attacking much better because we also have support from Demon God's Toa. Again, Demon God's Toa is not really needed, but she is very, very good. Unfortunately, Supreme Kai of Time is actually not part of Peppy Gals. She would have been much better as well. But again, Demon God's Toa does have that free heal. I guess you can bring LRK and Khalifa if you don't have Demon Gods Toa, because they do insane numbers as well. But it's just that you do have to worry about being attacked because it does hurt quite a bit. So it is what it is. So now we rinse and repeat. We're gonna seal up Gohan, seal up Vegeta, and there's just nothing they can really do. So again, this was basically the strategy again, and this was honestly not that brutal. For some reason, again, the last stage is like completely different. Like even though you're facing only 3 enemies, it just feels like a different level. Like it just feels like it's just 10 times harder. But again, double Entry Brian is just too broken for them to even do anything, right? So there we go. Now the gameplay, the game plan is to make sure that we are going to start the next stage with double Entry Brian, so we can set the pace here. So very, very important. Alright, so there we go. Again, double figures, nothing to worry about. I am going to go for Vegeta to keep lowering his attack, because next stage, they don't have type advantage. Alright, and there we go. The additionals are just keep going in and in. And launch is just a freaking monster. Look at that. Another super attack, by the way. And another debuff. Right, so very, very good. And plus we have the additional attack, which is fine. But of course, we are going to take double figures regardless. So now we have this turn here. Right, so now we're closing on Gohan, so I'm making sure I'm going to go for Gohan and get as many key spheres as possible so we can closely get the Dokkan attack as well. So I'll give this here to you. And then you can see our defense is slowly creeping up. And of course, I go here on Gohan. So this was actually very good because Vegeta's health bar is pretty high. So next turn, we're not going to kill him. But again, that's very good because again, I want to enter the 3rd stage with double Entry Brian. Oh, and I have to pause this here very, very quickly. Alright, and we are back, so here we go again. So my apologies, I had to do a small cut there, but yeah. So of course we have here, the rest of the girls keep going on Gohan and just completely demolish him. Which we did, so that's very, very good. And there we go. Oh, Gohan's still alive here, that's okay, that's actually pretty shocking. But it's okay, Khalifa should take her out here with the AGL, because I did target, what's his face here? I did target Gohan with AGL Khalifa for sure, so. There we go, take you out. Alright. Now the thing is that the 3rd stage we do have Master Roshi, but we do have like 3 int units here. So Khalifa, the AGL Khalifa is at risk, but again she also has a chance to dodge, which is a 50% chance. And she also raised defense, so she's a-okay here. Alright, so there we go. And now we just, again, rinse and repeat. So here we go, we already built up the Dokkan meter as well. Get all of this here. Now again, no one here is strong enough to take out Vegeta this turn, which again does work in our favor. So 1.2, and the fact that they give you a free Rainbow Entry Brian is insane, by the way. So that is very, very good. Again, you can see here just double figures non-stop. And Vegeta at this point can't do anything because he's just been stunned. I mean, he's been sealed the entire run here, and his attack has been lowered non-stop. So again, this is definitely the strategy that worked for me, and hopefully it'll work for you as well. Because again, this stage is very, very brutal. But of course, if you run Universe 6 with items, you can definitely get this done, hands down. Probably in like 16, 18 minutes, because again, the girls are pretty crazy. But this definitely worked, in my opinion, definitely worked here to do my no item run. So there should be number 7, 2 more for tomorrow. Because right now, I'm going to go through these videos as fast as possible, because I do want to showcase the new units here on Global, which is the GT Vegeta and the GT Goku. So definitely trying to push these out as fast as possible. Alright, there we go. We should take out Vegeta and pretty much GG at this point. So there we go, boom, and there we go. Now we enter the next stage with, of course, double Entry Brian, which means game over. We actually almost lose this because I did do a misplay. I'm not sure when, but I mean, still this stage is pretty brutal, right? So here comes Entry Brian, and another transformation. It should definitely add a skip for the animation by now, because some units I just don't want to go through it. But of course we have the lovely pink or purple Entry Brian. Alright, and she's looking kind of thick, I'm not gonna lie. I do like thick girls. Pause. But here we go. Back to the video. Yes, so now of course here, I had to seal Oolong. Oolong is just, again, he's the biggest threat here because we have 3 units who are in. So I want to make sure that he's going to be sealed. And of course, I want to have here Yamcha sealed as well. And then I'm going to also go back here on Oolong. Now, Oolong has the least amount of HP. I believe Yamcha has the highest one, but I definitely say, I definitely take him out earlier compared to Master Roshi, because Master Roshi is a in-type unit. I mean, sorry, a tech-type unit. So our Ribrianne here, sorry, is gonna be a-okay anyway. So there we go. We are taking double figures. Now, if I only have one in Ribrianne, she takes like at least 50k of damage, or even 30k of damage, which is insane. Reason why, because our HP is like 300k. So one super attack and we're pretty much GG. So again, running a double in Ribrianne on the same rotation is the key to doing this with no items or as a regular run. So here we go. You know, this is it, double figures. All right, and now because we set the pace, we are no longer in danger. Of course, I am gonna put Tech Khalifa and where there's gonna be the most attacks. And luckily, there's only one attack or two attacks at the back for what's her face here, for Demon Goddess Toa, and it's one of them is type disadvantage. So this is what I'm talking about. If let's say this was Oceanus, Oceanus might get us killed here. And the reason why is because, again, she could stun. If she doesn't stun, she will seal. But I mean, she has nothing to lower the opponent's attacks, and she could take a lot of damage. So you guys will see here. So of course, I am going to go for Oolong because he is the biggest threat. Alright, so there we go. And now we do have a good percent of dodging as well. Even though we're not against a pure Saiyan, we do have here a 60% chance to dodge, which is plenty enough. So there we go. We are dodging. Okay, there we go. And now we have here Kale, right? 1.3, very, very good. And she takes a lot of damage, but again, we do have support on the line, so without the support, we actually might take more damage, right? So there we go. We are taking 21k, 20k, 9k because of type advantage, and then 20k again from Yamcha. So Yamcha does not play around, but next turn, once we do super attack again, we are going to be taking double figures. So there we go, we lower the attack, and we take 62k type advantage, and we take 117k with type neutral, and attack lowered. So that completely blew my mind. I was like, how are we taking that much damage? And it just shows you how difficult they hit in the PEPPY GALS Extreme Super Battle. So that was very frightening. Now, of course, we also get very lucky that there's no super attack, or Oolong is not going to attack in the beginning because he could super, but now we have here the heal as well. And we're also going to seal Oolong before he does anything, right? So again, we have 60% damage reduction. We are looking very, very good. And I believe I give Launch here a attack on Oolong as well. Yeah, there we go. Just to make sure that he's taken care of. All right, so there we go. We are taking double figures. We are going to seal Master Roshi, and we're also going to seal Oolong here. So again, another rinse and repeat, another Dokkan attack, which is again not the funnest, but it is what it is, like I said. So again, PEPPY GALS, let me know your team build. Let me know how long it took you, because I know this one is actually pretty difficult. If you don't have Universe 6, it could take you a while with some items. But again, we were able to do this with no items because of this simple trick, simple strategy, double entry band on the same rotation. This was definitely dreadful. This was painful. This is the ones I did not like. The ones I hate the most is probably the Fusion, no item run, and of course PEPPY GALS second. But after learning this trick, PEPPY GALS is actually very, very simple. So hopefully again this trick will help you out. Alright, so there we go. Get the additional super. Oolong is going to be neutralized. Alright, there we go. And I probably should have seal Yamcha, because we don't have any sealers next turn, I believe, right? So there we go. We are taking double figures. Alright, so very, very good. And I see that Yamcha is only attacking once in the middle, but look at all the key spheres. Very, very good for healing. So of course I am going for Oolong, because Oolong is going to be taken care of. Oh, I actually take off. Right, I do take off Kale here, which was a mistake. The reason why is because we still have two enemies left here. So yeah, I actually do take out Khalifa, which was a bad call, but I had to because Master Roshi was attacking twice in the back, and I wasn't really believing in Khalifa's dodging. So I decided to keep her on rotation, which again, still able to get the no item run done anyway. So here we go. Oolong is finally taken care of. And again, this turn here, no one's in danger, because next turn, once we have, again, into Brienne, we are going to seal again, creating that seal lockdown. So, yeah, very, very good. Alright, so there we go. Now, Oolong is finally done, and now we can finally focus on Yamcha. So there we go. Yamcha is going to be no longer a problem. His HP is lower than Master Roshi. Alright, and you can see we take 4 figures type advantage, which is insane, right? So Again, these guys are jam-packed with damage. Alright, so there we go. Slowly but surely, we are to take out everyone one by one. Again, Master Roshi not have his attack debuff, does do 18k of damage, which was insane. So, could not risk Aja Khalifa getting hit by Master Roshi. Alright, so at this point here, I am going to go and seal, of course, what's his face here? Yamcha and Master Roshi. And then I think I go back on... No, I keep going on Yamcha here, actually. Because we do have type advantage as well, so that's fine. Alright, so there we go. And now we're going to seal up everyone, and then Launch is going to attack Master Roshi because we have type neutral, which is fine here. So things are looking good to go. Alright, so yeah, again, this one was a very long. Hopefully this is the longest run, and hopefully Fusions is not gonna be too long, because that one is a very brutal stage. Alright, and here comes Demon Gods Toas with those beautiful melons. Pause. Actually, not pause. That's the wrong term, but you know, Demon Gods Toa is a goddess, right? Very happy I pulled her. She's only at 50% or 79%, don't remember. But her lore and attack and having that free heal is a very big help here. Alright, so at this point, we are looking very good. So of course, I'm going to keep going on Yamcha. I'm going to heal up as much as possible. And then we're also going to lower the attack on Master Roshi. So Launch at the back has nothing to worry about against Yamcha. Just because we have here, his attack is lowered, so now I can focus on Master Roshi. Which actually kind of surprises me here. So again, we have the dodges. Nothing to worry about. More dodging. And Khalifa is definitely the MVP. But the real MVP as well is to be double into Rian. So there we go. We are going to get some multiple attacks here. Again, we have Aja Khalifa as well. So it's going to help us speed through the process of killing Yamcha. Alright, there we go. And again, we have nothing to worry about because everyone is sealed. But now we don't dodge and we take 67k from Yamcha. Which is insane, by the way. Because his attack has been lowered. So that definitely caught me by surprise. And now we go on Master Roshi. Because he is attacking multiple times at the back. But now that we're debuffing him non-stop, we have really nothing to worry about here. So that is pretty much good to go. Alright. And another super attack as well. So we keep debuffing Master Roshi. And this is where it actually gets very scary, right? So we take double figures again. And then Yamcha does 107k damage. I was like, are you kidding me, man? There's no freaking way, right? So that completely took me left. But it's fine because everyone's debuff at this point. We have 60% damage reduction. And now we can keep everyone sealed again. So, and get some extra healing as well. And now we should be very close to killing Yamcha here. So we do get super, which is fine. Type advantage. But I mean, we get the level 5 dodge. Very clutch. But even if we didn't dodge, that would probably be double figures because we have 60% damage reduction. And we have type advantage. So nothing to worry about. And yeah, now it's just a very slow burn. But I was actually very shocked because we're almost at the end of the run. Because again, this is about 30 minutes. So this tells me that we are going to kill Master Roshi next turn. So there we go. We are good to go. And do we actually get a heal from Demon God's Toe? I think we do. Yeah, there we go. Double figures. And of course, yes, we do get here a heal from Demon God's Toa. So the victory is sealed. We go for Yamcha. And now we just take care of Master Roshi. Alright, so let's go and give this to you. We'll give this here to you as well. Oh, actually, I decided to put Demon God's Toa in the middle because I didn't trust Khalifa. And now we can just go back here on, what's his face? On Yamcha. So there we go. Nice dodging. And finally, we're very close to a 1,000,000 attack stat. Alright, so we should take care of you. Which we do now, finally. And now we just can take care of Master Roshi. Which next turn we should kill him off. Alright, so there we go. Double figures. Here comes Demon God's Toa with the guaranteed seal and the attack lowering. So Master Roshi is no longer a threat and we have the no item run. And that is about it here. Alright, so there we go. More damage. Here comes Khalifa. And Khalifa is also super effective in his ult type, so only if you have a kill on turn. But we do get a crit, so that actually did clutch out there. And yeah, now it's GG. Now I can put... will I actually keep you on the same rotation? I do. Wow, okay. Very interesting, okay. I guess I'm not taking any chances here. But I definitely should have put launch in the middle, but it's fine. Because we are almost done with Master Roshi. Alright, there we go. Beautiful. And Master Roshi is still hanging in there, which is pretty shocking. But now we're at turn 9, by the way. So turn 9, again, we are just stretching the crap out of this run here. Because Master Roshi refuses to go away. Alright, and now you can see her launch the attack that is lowered. But it's okay because, again, now we're still debuffing him, so that's fine. And we don't get the additional super, but now it's looking like it's a wrap here. Alright, so there we go. We give this to you. And this is for sure. Now I'm pretty sure this is the run complete because we get multiple attacks here. So there we go. That is video number 7. Number 8 and 9 will be dropping tomorrow. And then fusions will be like at a later time because I'm just not dealing with fusions right now. So there we go. That's a no-end run, my boys. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know, again, your team build as well. Let me know your best time in this type of event. And hopefully this strategy did help you. If it did, make sure to hit the like button. Sub for more videos, comment down below. And hopefully I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace!